So, the reason why I'm spookily sitting beside a candle is because I would like to offer you a solstice prayer or a solstice meditation. Something that can take you into this wonderfully dreamy and spiritual time, into a new year, which might, hopefully, help you to achieve many of the things you wish to achieve, but above all, be far closer to the natural world and the other world, and all that we consider the natural spirits to represent. I'm using a candle because I'm thinking how much we miss the light at this time of year. And if we can sit with candlelight, sit with a real flame. You might have a fire, but to sit with a real flame means you're connecting with the spirit of light and the spirit of fire. And all of that is connected to the sun. So our attitude matters as we go through the winter solstice period and into a new year. Here is a time when we can focus on letting go of all the things we really don't need to carry along with us, and gathering up or gathering in all the things that we might wish to move on with. Now, when I say things, I'm talking about values. So let's look at some of the values that the light of the fire, the light of the sun gives to us. Probably at the top of that list is the value of courage. We live in a most chaotic, troublesome world at the moment. Our civilization is taking a dive, and courage is something that we all need. If we don't have courage, we're never going to achieve the things we want to achieve and step out and make a mark for what we hold dear. Also, another quality the sun represents is humour. In my own culture, the sun is considered to be humorous. And if we're light-hearted as we go through this period and into the new year, then maybe we won't take things quite so seriously. Another is kindness and compassion. Now, we all know that the flame of a fire can be kind to us when it's warm, but equally it can be quite ferocious if something burns too hot. So we always have to manage kindness and see that if we are practicing kindness and compassion, that we're not doing it for our own ends, and we're not doing it to make a statement about anything. The natural values that the sun has are really unnoticeable, and that's why we don't even think about them. Another natural quality that all the greater ancestors, that's air, earth, fire and water, that they all have is discipline. If the sun wasn't disciplined, then he certainly wouldn't rise every day. We wouldn't see him coming over the horizon at all. He does that no matter what. And really, we need to be the same. We need to discipline ourselves to do things a little bit differently, maybe from the way we've been doing. And we can all personally have a look back at what we've been doing through the past year and can maybe make a change. We are going to travel forward together with the natural world and make some changes in accordance with her. And last but not least, we must always remember that this time of year is about moving across a seam. It's about death and rebirth, and therefore it's about transformation. So we're obliged to leave the old behind, experience that death that the natural world is telling us about, and welcome a new birth. We are effectively making a journey, an unnoticeable journey, into the other world and back again. So let's go into this solstice period with an open mind, with a sense of realizing that if we don't see things as they are, if we don't get real, we are not going to make any progress within our souls at all. We're all here, not forever. We are here to borrow what comes to us. We borrow our bodies, we borrow our minds, we borrow the light. We borrow the sun, the moon, the earth and the sky. And if we can really take on board that attitude, we're going to understand the nature of borrowing. We're going to understand the nature of not taking purely for ourselves. So let's enter this wonderfully dreamy time of winter solstice, and let's give thanks to the sun, who we know will return, but maybe we need to be humble and ask him to return. Please return to us. We value all that you do for us each and every day. We always had the idea that when you have a candlelight, you have a little bit of the sun shining in your darkness. And when we extinguish the candle, blow the flame out, we always saw it as returning to the sun, because that's where it comes from. So I wish you all a very happy solstice and a good new year. And please look after yourselves. Keep light-hearted like the sun. Have your courage. Stride forward. Stick to the natural world principles and all will be well. And now I'll allow this little light to return to the sun.